As we've said, Congress passed and President Obama signed a 2-week extension the other day to keep the government running while also cutting $4 billion from the budget. We wanted to find out what that means to a program. Here's our Power Player of the Week. As we sit here right now, do you know whether your program is in or out of the federal budget?
We do not. We do not.
As the head of this program, how does that make you feel?
It's a very unsettling time.
Carol Rasko is head of the Reading is Fundamental Child Literacy Program. And hours later, she would learn federal funding for RIF, $24.5 million a year, has been eliminated. When we sat down with her, she was already preparing for the worst.
Ready access to print material is critical to learning to read well.
And if they don't have that access?
They will have more marks against them in this battle to learn to read.
For 44 years, RIF has been providing books and offering literacy programs to children in need, in the inner city, in poor rural areas.
Gustavo was the worst mariachi in the world.
On Indian reservations.
The National RIF program, Reading is Fundamental, brings these boys and girls all kinds of books.
It now gives away 15 million books a year to more than 4 million children at 17,000 sites across the country.
I don't go anywhere to talk about RIF that I don't have people come up to me and say, I want to show you the first RIF book I ever got, and I want to tell you what it meant in my life.
This is the Mouse, House, and Senate.
Back in the 80s, First Lady Barbara Bush was on RIF's board of directors. 4 years ago, Laura Bush was helping raise money.
I'm delighted to support the important work of Reading is Fundamental.
But the Obama administration decided RIF should be lumped in with other literacy programs. And now House Republicans have ended federal support. What about the argument, look, maybe RIF is a perfectly fine program, but the government is broke and something has to go?
It does not seem to make sense to cut out that early undergirding of building those strong literacy skills.
How many of you like to read?
RIF gets 75% of its funding from the government. Now Rasko says she'll have to push private donors even harder to make up the difference. Would you still be able to hand out 15 million books each year?
Not initially, no. You don't replace 24.4 million overnight. I'm going to become an even louder advocate for kids and reading.
What you're saying is one way or the other, RIF isn't going to disappear.
No, sir. What's really at stake here is a poor child sitting in a classroom today going to have the skills they need to compete the rest of the way through school and when they're out trying to find a job.
For all the talk of waste, fraud, and abuse, cutting the budget will mean ending real programs that serve real people. That doesn't mean it's wrong, but we better get used to it.